So in this video I will teach about what is the MVC architecture and its standard ways. I saw the lot of YouTube videos. They are talking about the MVC architecture, and they teach about that's actually that are not in the correct standard way. So I need to teach what's the standard uh, method of the MVC architecture. So that's why I am trying to do this video. So give me a minute. I will share the screen. Before that, I need to search about MVC. Okay. Okay. The window should be, here's the MVC architecture. Yes. I think now you can see my screen. Okay. So here, in this, all of the view images, they are showing about how the MVC is working. So here in this image, it will teach a model and view and controller. Yes. So in the MVC's main uh, definition is the model, control, and view. So if someone so what's the model and view and the controller mean? So the model mean okay, first we get out getting the controller. What's the controller? Actually the controller mean how we say that. Okay, the first thing, okay, I will get the uh yeah, talk teach about the MVC architecture. So I'll restart it this did so I will restart this again, and here there's three main things in the MVC architecture: and model, view, and controller. So let's see talk about what is the definition of these letters. MVC view mean is like a think about when you are seen about the Facebook page, like Facebook, when you are scrolling the Facebook, you see some user interfaces. So that's the uh, simplest explanation for the view. So when you are seeing something that are created by that are the UI, like something, so that's the view. What other users see, so that's we call as a view. And the model is, what's the model mean? Actually, the simple definition of that, the model is the databases. So if someone need to deal with the databases, a person responsible for that is a model. So is that clear? So if someone need to deal with the, like if someone need to get the information from the databases, like if they have an item list or something informations in their databases, so they need to get them from the database. So that's that kind of things are done by the model. So that's the definition of that model. And the controller is it's like a middleware. Actually not a middleware, it's like a intermediate person who uh, gives support for the view and the controller. Actually, in the controller, it has another level responsibility, which means to handling the business logic. Actually, the view does not handling the business logic. Like if someone adding the payment, or if someone adding the think about if someone adding a payment or something like he entering the uh, uh, payment amount. So we need to process that using the if that is a LKR or USD or AUD like something. If so, we need to do the calculation, getting the current value of the each currency and convert them into the given currency. So likewise, there's a process, there's a business logic we need to handle. So that kind of things are done in the controller. So that's why we use the controller for that. So I think that's will clear what is the MVC architecture. So here I need to mention this is the commonly people are showing what's the MVC. So think about here this image actually think about this is the actually this is the view that users see. So you can see the arrows in there. So that's mean if model have a business logic, that means they can access the controller. And the controller need to access the databases. He the control access the model. And here's the another thing is the model need to update something like informations they can directly access for the view. Actually, this is wrong. This is not the industry standard industry standard method. So here all of these things are showing the same thing. I think yeah. I think here as here and here's as well model view. See here model access the view. Model can access the view directly. Actually, it's wrong. Model cannot access the view directly. So that's why we use MVC architecture. So if the model can access for the view, why we need to keep the architectural things. So here's the correct one. That's mean user directly access for the view and view directly access for the controller and controller access for the model and model access for the database. So that's the correct pathway. If model need to access the view, it cannot be done. It should be go through the controller and access to the view. So actually model model be not writing the uh, business logic or something, the critical logics in the model. Just we need to fetch the information. So saving the informations are things done in the model. So there is nothing implementations for accessing the view. So if someone have need to implement functions to accessing the view, it's they need to go through the controller and access the view. So this is the standard method for the MVC architecture. And here's these alls are wrong here. Actually, previously I said um, model can here's this is arrows goes for the model. That's mean viewer cannot directly access for the model. Think about if someone can directly access for the model, that's mean there's a security issues. So they can access directly databases. So that's the main security weakness. So that's why we use the architectural things for our development. There are so many architectural types. So actually, what's the architecture? Architecture. What's the architectural type mean? Actually, the architecture mean there is think about there is if someone needs to build a building, so they need to have a plan. So they will hire a civil engineer and create a architectural architectural blueprint for their building. So why we create architecture? That's the blueprint of how we secure the building and what are the main points, what are the main scenarios we need to consider, like forces. like a force and height of the building likewise. So that's why we use the architectural things in the software industry, so we can ensure the security of the uh, application. And if someone have to, actually when we using the architectural pattern, we have a scalability purpose. So when we have doing the again and again of the implementations, we can it's a help for the development for when we following the special architectural things. So in the architectural types, we have so many architectural patterns like MVC, that's the most popular one, and layered architecture, event driven architecture, like an MVVM architecture, that's mainly used for the Flutter development. So there are so many architectural things we can use, but when we develop the web applications, we mostly use MVC. And so when we're using the MVC, you actually think about, if you have just understand about Spring Boot and the React. So I will show you what's the MVC